Testing, testing. Nice. Okay, we should be live now. Okay, what's up and welcome. I'm probably going to tweak my camera now that I think about it as well. We're going to go ahead and bring it over here a little bit. Like that. All right. Bring it down. Make this kind of out of the way a little bit more. There we go. Shabalagoo. All right, so the goal of this live stream is to go through and try to find all of the Timespy and Cinebench scores that I can, at least in this session, and then I'm going to continue this probably in another session very soon as well. So this is going to be a lengthy and engaging process, but I figured it'd be fun to do this as a group. So yeah. I think it'd be pretty sweet. So that's why I figured I'd do it live. So what's up and welcome everyone. Just give everyone a moment to hop into the stream. Just need to give myself mod privileges. Boom. So, it's got to let all the notifications go out and we'll get this started. But so I have a let me check this text real quick. Okay. All right. So I've got a list of all the RTX 3000 laptops currently available right here. And we're going to just go through and add some of the, we're going to go for all the Cinebench and Timespy scores that we can. Not seeing anyone in the stream yet. Can you guys hear me? Ah, here's Gabriel. There we go. Okay, so cool. Looks like we're getting some people hopping on the stream finally. Very nice. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do an intro because this is basically like waiting for everyone to hop into the stream right now. There it is. I just got the notification right there. So let's do this. This is going to be a fun experience, I think. Very educational for me and for everyone else. And at the end of this stream, you guys will be able to use the link in the description down below to just look up everything that we found. All right. Here's an intro. Here we go. What's up and welcome to another episode of Gizmo Slip Tech. Today we're talking about all the different Timespy and Cinebench scores that we can find for all of the new RTX laptops and even some of the older ones potentially. And the goal of this live stream is just to have fun, and I'm going to work on updating my sheet here. And then I can interact with chat, answer questions as we go through and figure this out. But just know that the majority of the time spent here today is going to be going over and trying to find all of these Cinebench and Timespy scores. You can see I've added a couple of them now. And so we're going to have to pull these Cinebench and Timespy scores from all the known reliable sources that I can find. And I think it's important to recognize that not all these Cinebench scores are going to be tested the same. So, all right. Here we go. We're going to get our official intro going. Oh, wait, I already did the official intro. Let's continue on. Okay, that's so silly. Anyway, okay. What's up? How do you guys deal with coil whine? So Mush, coil wind's bummer. I think the biggest thing you can do there is probably return it or wear headphones. Um, there's limited things you can do about it, especially in a laptop. With the desktop, you can oftentimes try to find the part and replace it. For laptops, you're gonna have most likely you're just gonna have to deal with it unless it's a replaceable part that has the coil wind. Though usually it's not, because usually it's like a VRM module, like one of the voltage regulation modules that has it. So yeah, and so you either sell the laptop, return the laptop, or buy a different laptop, or you wear headphones and you ignore it, play music so you don't hear it. Um, those kinds of things. Usually the only things you can do with it. Okay, so here we go. All right, so I don't think the GF65. I don't think anyone's gotten this MSI GF65. Let's go ahead and search for it though, because I don't think this one has been shipped at anyone yet. I could be wrong. Did Notebook Check do a review of this? Yeah, they did. Or not? Yes, they did. They did. Nice. Okay, so I'm gonna also try to include a link to all of the sources um, in this spreadsheet. So for anyone that's just hopping in, this is basically going to be the sheet where you're going to be able to find all these numbers. I've added 2 new columns here under Cinebench R20 and under Timespy GPU score. Okay, and then um, so as we fill these in, you'll be able to see these, like after the stream is done, for example. Pretty much all of these should be pretty filled in, I think. Anyway. Why didn't you review the Aorus 15G? Yusef, I do still really want to. It's just time limitations. Not enough time. I've got so many different laptops and people constantly sending me new laptops and stuff. So, um, so that would be the reason. But let's go ahead and see what we got for this MSI. So first up is Cinebench R20. So this is the 10750H. So this is not the right processor. This should be the right GPU though, with the exact same TDP. So for Timespy, we got 7041 for Timespy graphics. 7041 for our Cinebench R20. I think we just got to look up this processor and see if we can find another laptop with that same processor. And maybe we'll be able to find a good score that'll at least give us a ballpark number. Let's go plays. I finally have a Gigabyte G5. Thanks for testing it on stream. No problem. Will there be a 200 watt 3080 laptop? Don't know, Tenacious. I haven't heard any news of that yet. Where's the Alienware M15 R? Where is the Alienware M15 R5 RTX 3070 coming out? Check my sheet, Ahmed. I have a link to it in the description. So if you check the link is in the video description to the sheet, and then there is a link to the Alienware M15 R5 on the sheet. So there you go. So Cinebench R23, what we want is R20. And we need, is it the 10300H? What is this? What is the processor? It's 10200H. I don't see 10200H. I don't think that's the right one. Remove from comparison. There's Notebook I check has no benchmarks for that processor. This one does not have any bench R20 either. Can you please tell me, is the Nitro 5 with RTX 30 series and Ryzen 5, is it good for 3D animation? It would probably be all right with it for like beginner or basic 3D animation, as long as it's not too demanding. Okay, Cinebench R20. We don't have the Cinebench R20 score on this. Can't seem to find a good i5 10200H score. And plus, it does vary from laptop to laptop, and it's a shame we don't have it on this one. But we can, I believe there are some of the GF65 and 75 thin processor. So 2675. So this GF right here, this one has the same. So 2675. So that's the 10750H. And then we should have another GF, I think, right here. Should be very, very similar. So I'm gonna put that on, copy that one down there for that as well. And then for our CPU score, we don't know what it is. I can't find it, so I'll put a question mark for now. Maybe we can find it at a later time. How much difference is the 3070 versus 3080 with the same TDP? Tony Tran, we're gonna figure out more of those here in a moment, but it's not a huge difference. Though it will depend on each game and whether it has RTX or DLSS enabled. Hey G, how did the Omen 15 3060 testing go? The 3060 tested well, the processor got really hot. And also I think there was stuff running in the background, so I need to retest it, update the firmware and drivers, and make sure that it's all good. But you can go check out that video if you want to learn more about it. Because I think 4-core is not enough even for multitasking. Well, I mean, we used to use 4 cores all the time, so for basic multitasking, it's definitely enough. It's just not for, it's not going to be nearly as good performance as what you're going to get with, the higher end stuff. It's all scales of, scales of performance really, because think about a few years ago we only had quad core in laptops, and now we've got 6 and 8 cores, and it's like, it's quad core, it's not enough. But we were so happy with it a few years ago. Like it was only like 3 or 4 years ago it was all quad core. um Eric, yeah, I'm gonna review the Alienware M15 R5. I've got one coming. I ordered one myself because Alienware's not responding to me anymore. They're very busy, I think. Mercy, I have a link on this spreadsheet to the Alienware M15 R5, so you can check out the pricing there. I accidentally moved that, it looks like. Okay. Omen 15Z. Wait, we can copy this to the other GF laptops as well. Yes, okay. And we also want to copy this review link over to these and over to here. Cool. All right, now on to the Omen 15Z. And this is one that I just tested.
There's a certain strain of bacteria called lactobacillus.
Oh god. We're gonna be streaming ads. Okay. Where is it? Here's Timespy. All right. I think it's gonna be right about here. So 8125. So we got for the 3060. 8125. Also, I need to do a little more testing on the Omen so we get a better idea of what to expect. Like I said, that's pretty good performance for. I'm gonna have to adjust these GPU performance numbers based on what time spies we get. Um, where is? So that's a 3070. Don't we have another one? Yes. Also, okay. Gizmo, what do you think about the Alienware M15 R4 with i9 and 3080? I think it's going to be a really, really great gaming laptop. For me, it's just hard to be like, yeah, let's buy a 10th gen Intel when 11th gen Intel is supposedly right around the corner. Like, I think the 11th gen Intel got delayed a bit or something because they were supposed to come out at the end of March, early April, I think, and I haven't heard anything. So I maybe because Intel was like, "Hey, our desktops performed so badly, so we're not gonna we're not gonna release our laptop in 11th gen until we're really sure that it's gonna be a good reception." Um, okay, and then we did this. I did this testing as well. Okay, wait, we did this right here, so we know that we got. I need to redo this test before I know for sure that it's accurate, but I think it was like 4300 or something like that. So I'm gonna add a question mark. Actually, I should just put. I was gonna do question marks for this because I don't want to put any number in there if we don't know for sure what it is. Where are the Sega Clevo laptops on your spreadsheet? So a number of them are in this electronics RP15 and 17. These are Clevos right here, and then we've also got right here this Origin PC Evo S15S. It's just under different names. And then right here is another one, and this I can't. I think the Prometheus and Mech 15 are Chongfeng, but just depends. Will you review the new Nitro 5 with Ryzen 5 and RTX 3000 series? Yeah, Yato, I would like to, but we'll see if Acer sends one to me, and also when the should be available in the United States. Okay, so we gotta look up our GPU score for the ToughDash F15. This is another laptop I tested myself. So I'm gonna prioritize all of the numbers that I test first, and then all the numbers that I've got from my own testing, and then I'm going to go and find other reliable numbers for the benchmarks that I haven't done yet. So this one, here's our Cinebench score. Right here, that's good. Let's go up. We got to deal with an ad. Giz, recommend best OLED gaming laptop. So Niles Guy, there's a handful of different OLED laptops. You've got, I think there's an OLED for Alienware, which is going to be really good. And then you have, I think, an Aorus 15G, or like, I think it's an Aero 15. That has an OLED that's around $1,500. That's gonna be probably your cheapest OLED or one of the cheapest OLEDs you'll be able to find. Yeah, man. Okay, Matt Bettram with the $5 super chat. Thanks, man. Appreciate the support. I've been out of gaming for a few years. Your videos have been so helpful in getting me up to speed and helping with purchase decisions. Yeah, Matt, and that's kind of like the point of me doing this whole exercise is that I think having the Timespy and Cinebench scores right there on my sheet is going to be super helpful. So we got 2667. That's pretty good. It looks like that's after several runs as well. So 2667. Right here, 2667. And if we can, so here's our time spy score. 7252. 7252. And I can link to this right here as the source. Shabam, Shibuya. All right. Giz, how is the 64 gig G Skills holding up with updates and updates on that purchase for your Scar 15? Would you change anything or keep that purchase? So McFlies, I'm really enjoying the purchase overall, like the Scar 15. My only issue is the creak on the left wrist rest has become become more noticeable. It's like easier to trigger the creak. And I've been trying to figure out the source of it and fix it. Like I've opened the chassis up a couple times trying to deal with it. I haven't figured it out yet. Um, and I almost returned it for that reason because I don't like dealing with a creak in the chassis, but I figure it's something I can figure out. That's why I haven't returned it. And I was thinking about making a video about it actually. But other than that, I've not had many issues with my Scar 15. I've really enjoyed using it overall. Oh, and you meant the RAM purchase in particular? I've had no issues with the RAM, as far as I know. It's smooth sailing with the RAM purchase. Okay, so here we are. 7252, boom, boom, that's in there now. This Omen 15Z, I should put this, I should update the link as well here. And by the way, guys, it does help if you drop a like on the stream. If you guys are, if you find my videos helpful, find the stream helpful, if you drop a like, it's very helpful in return, helps me out. Gizmo, which one would you go for, the MSI GE76 or the Scar 17, both 3080? So the GE76 is going to be a little bit more on the raw performance side of things, but you're going to have the Intel processor. With the Scar 17, you're going to have the Ryzen series, which is going to be better thermally speaking, and you have liquid metal on the CPU, which is really nice for thermals again. But it's a lower TDP on the GPU, which is going to provide a little less performance. Plus, you have a mux switch on the GE76. So, in terms of raw gaming potential, the GE76 is a bit better. The Scar 17, though, is I think a really nice choice as well because of all of the nice perks that you get with the Ryzen processor. Like better multi-core performance. Though gaming, it won't matter that much. And Annie, thanks for the super chat. Gizmo, should I wait? I much appreciate for the super chat, man. Gizmo, should I wait it out for a 3070 Strix 17 or go for a 3060 Strix 17 available right now? They're basically the same, so it's purely about the 3060 versus 3070. So the 3060 versus 3070, it's gonna be a small performance bump. From the benchmarks that I've seen, it's only like a 10 to 15-ish% between a 3060 and 3070 at the same high TDP. And then it's like another like 7 or 8% bump between a 3070 and a 3080. So it's like moderate bump and then a small bump. But it's not a massive. The 3060 is a remarkably good value. 3060s are a remarkably good value GPU this year, especially if you get at a high TDP level, because you get over, 8,000. And then this is just pure. That's for like actual game frame rates. I think with Timespy, it might be a little bit more of a difference than that. So it's just going to depend on what game too a lot. Why is a 2070 better than a 3060? That's just going to depend a lot, Hero Lee, on like what TDP you're talking about and everything. Okay, so because if you have a high TDP 2070, it might have the potential to outperform like a really low TDP 3060, like for example in this Tough Dash, you know. So, but if they're at the same TDP, a 3060 will probably beat a 2070 most of the time in the vast majority of games at the same TDPs and the same chassis and stuff like that. Okay, let's do another laptop, then I'll answer another question. Okay, Legion 5 Ryzen 7 5800H 3060. All right, I've seen some of these benchmarks over on Reddit. So Legion 5 RTX 3060 Timespy. Boom. Yes. Okay, so 3060, we got 8915. That is really impressive. All right, and the thing is this overclocked? Okay. So this is 89, what was it, 8915? Yeah. And then I'm gonna put this here because it's not a full review. Timespy score link. All right. And now we need to get the Cinebench score for that as well. I suppose we could. Ooh. Ooh. Very nice. So here's R23. That's not what we need. Cinebench R20. That's no. We got to go like, I don't know if we're going to be able to find a Cinebench score. This says R20 and R23. So maybe he runs both in this video. All right, let's see here. How much worse would be the 3070 Max P and the Strix G15 be than a desktop 3070? Um, in the ballpark of I think 30 to 50%, depending on the game. Like desktops have just way more power this year. So that's R23. Do they do R20 or no? Man, that is really annoying. They say R20 in the title, and it's not even R20. So sad. This is what I'm gonna have to deal with a lot when I'm trying to figure these out. Okay, let me answer a question here. Does the Legion Pro have a MUX? I know some of the Legion laptops do have a MUX. For sure. 5800H R20 multi-core is 5055. Okay, very nice. 5055. All right. And we're going to need to put this link in here. Cinebench. Boom. And so there's no way I can reliably say that this is an accurate benchmark because I didn't do them. But I'm trying to find I'm trying to find them and also link to sources so that way people can at least know where I found the number and everything. Buying an Acer Predator 2070 versus an MSI GF65 thin 3060, it overheats. So I was wondering if waiting for a Legion 5 Pro with a 3070 is worth the wait. Well, between those two laptops, I would think the Legion 5 Pro would be worth the wait because those two laptops don't sound particularly exciting to me. But thank you so much for the super chat. Like I think there are better options out there if you're needing to buy right now versus wait. But maybe that's just in your area. Those are the only things you can get or something. Okay, next laptop. Asus TUF A15. Now this one, I don't know that I've seen any benchmarks at all. Did some people get these? I know some people ordered them because they were for sale for a short period of time. But then they've basically been hard locked. Benchmark results. So this is the TUF Asus 3060. Okay, and I'll link to this video if it's good. I want my Scar 17 already. I know, man. Scar 17. I really wish. I really wish I was able to get that one instead of the Scar 15, just because I like the 17-inch chassis better. But it was too hard. I was like, I'm not gonna wait. It's not worth me waiting to get it. I can get the Scar 15 right now. But the nice thing about Scar 15, admittedly, is the performance is should be very similar to the 17-inch chassis, and it's thinner, lighter, and everything. Okay, so this guy, it's gonna be hard to find his Timespy. I think this guy screenshotted his YouTube video. This is what he did here. So 9264. Oh, this is a 3070 Asus Tough. So this is not the right one. Do we have an Asus Tough A15 even in here that's a 3070? Because I haven't seen that listed for sale, at least not in the United States. What's better, a 3060 with 130 watt or a 3070 80 to 100 watt? Those are going to be very close in performance, Lucas. Um, but the 3070 should probably eke out a win barely in a lot of the titles, but it's going to also depend a lot on, is there a mux switch on either laptop? Um, is there, are you bypassing Optimus if he doesn't have a mux switch? What's the CPU it's paired with? All of that. Okay, so we should be able to get we should be able to get a a Cinebench number here at least. So 5042. This should be an accurate Cinebench number. So there we go. We'll just copy that. Okay. Cinebench here. Okay, so for Timespy, we don't have access to that yet. Ooh, this one maybe. Okay. Hi, I'm an engineering student looking for a powerful and light laptop mainly for school and some casual gaming. I'm between the Zephyrus G14 3060 or G15 3060. Um, if it was my money, I'd go G15 because I value having the extra performance over the portability. But if you need more portable and thinner and lighter, then the G14 I think is still a great choice. And another key difference between the G14 and the 15 is the display is better on the G15 because it's a QHD. Okay, here. This guy benchmarked it. Timespy got 7805. Okay, and what did this guy? He did not do R20. He did R23. Okay, so we're gonna put where is it? A15 right here. Boom, boom. Okay, and then Timespy here. Okay, cool. This is like doing a research project. I want to get the G14 in the next few months. Nice. Did Lenovo send you Lenovo Legion 5 Pro or no, they've not. They've not sent me anything. I don't have a contact at Lenovo. My tip above, of course, is for the G15. Defying, watch my review on the G14. You're looking for tips on how to improve performance and cooling. Check my review out because I talk about that. Arturo Vargas with the donation, but then they retracted the message. I'm not sure what your message had. Gato was offering to benchmark something. Nice. Well, Gato, if you want to give me the Timespy, um, if you want to give me the Timespy and Cinebench R20 score, let me know, but make sure you do it in manual mode with max fans. What would you choose, Sir Gizmo? In your opinion, should I buy the Acer Predator 2070 or the Gigabyte G5 3060? Mm, 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 mm. What's the prices, Mia? If they're the same price exactly, then I'd probably go Predator 2070 in the same price, but I think their Predator 2070 is going to be a bit more, be a bit pricier. And the main reason for that is the Predator is going to be a bit more premium of a build. Uh, so like usually you're paying a little bit more for that premiumness. But if they're the same price, then I think the Predator is a good choice. Timespy score, the basic edition. I need the Timespy graphics score from running the Timespy graphics. Okay. So we're gonna do this for now for the Omen 15Z, and I'm gonna update that later. Gigabyte A5. Okay, so we're good on the A15 now. Also, can the A15... So these should be the exact same, right? Between the A15 and A17? This, in theory, this should be at least, but I guess maybe I should try to find one specifically for that unit if I can. Okay, Gigabyte A5. Let's try that one out. As long as I keep saving all the links, I can always go back to these as well, easily enough. So, Gigabyte A5 RTX 3060 Timespy. Do you use Timespy from Steam or from the official page? It doesn't matter, Gato. You can get it either way. Are you going to review the Alienware R4 or just skip the R4 completely and review only the R5? Alvaret, it's probably going to go straight to the R5 and then probably straight on to the Alienware R5 Intel or whatever, the 11th gen version, basically. So we don't want the G5. We want... I don't know if we're going to be able to find this. We're not seeing anything here for the Gigabyte A5. Nothing. Google came up blank, so we're going to need to just question mark this one for right now. All right. Asus TUF A17. Asus TUF A17 Timespy 3060. Yeah, I don't know if anyone's been able to get one, Kumar. Gizmo, what do you think of the Scar 15? 5800H 3080 with 300 hertz display for 2,000. That's good. If you can get it for $2,000, that's really good. A A15. So this is an A15 again with a 3070. Not seeing what I'm really looking for there. Because we're looking for the 3060 version. So yeah, I'm seeing the A15, or I'm seeing A15 links, but not A17. It's such sparse data right now for some of these laptops because only a few of them seem to have been shipped. What is the TDP for the HP M15Z 3060? It goes up to 100 watts. I'm not sure what the base non-dynamic boost is. So what is this review? I'm not seeing any real benchmarks. It's just him running around in a game. All right. Well, that was a no-go. Ooh, here's someone that got an A17. Ryzen 7 5800H 3060 17-inch. Let me see if I can find it. Search for Timespy. Nothing. Nothing. Okay, so he did Cinebench R23. So he got 1100 on Cinebench R23. I guess I can put this. Is it 11900? Looks like a rounded number. Oh well. Okay, so boom, and then Cinebench R23. Boom. The Scar 15 5800H for 2000 is available on the Asus store. Oh, nice. They sometimes list, they sometimes have stuff for their sale that you normally can't get from a lot of other retailers, but it's usually sold out on here too. I'm not seeing it in here. Oh, maybe I need to uncheck that. Go to this one. The only one for available is the old G14. I don't see it. Okay. All right. So we were not able to find the TDP for, not the TDP, but the Timespy and Cinebench score. But it should be basically identical to this. Um, so I'm going to copy these over and just mention that this is copied from there. Because it should be like the same, probably the exact same heat pipe systems. All right, Omen 15T. This one's going to be interesting. All right, so 10 i5 10300H. I don't know if I'll be able to find this. Let's see if we can find a review of this. Maybe. Hey Gizmo, do you have any suggestions on how to keep the CPU cooler? It hits 100 degrees a lot. I took it to a computer repair store and the guy wants 350 for a repaste job. Gigabyte G5. So Eric Ortega, you don't need to repaste that. All you have to do is use Intel XTU and set a lower power limit, and it'll drop the temperatures drastically. Because in my Gigabyte G5, it ramped really hard up like that. But as soon as you just use Intel XDU to set like a 50 watt TDP or a 45 watt TDP, suddenly bang, you're getting like good temps again. So there, saved you $350 for the repaste job. Also, never pay someone $350 for a repaste job. That's way too much. I mean, repasting a laptop from anyone that knows how to do it should take less than an hour of work, or around an hour, maybe two at most. Uh, certain laptops might take a little bit longer, but most of them, uh, most laptops only take about an hour to 2 hours at most. Okay, are you going to review the Zephyrus G15? Yes, I already did that one guy. So you can check my main channel or check the Gizmos of Tech and look for my recent videos. This is about like 4 or 5 videos ago. I did the Zephyrus G15 review. Okay, and I'm not seeing that, so um, yeah, I don't think we're gonna see. I don't think we're gonna see this in particular. Like, look, the top result is my previous live stream. So, yeah. Okay, so this is the 10300H. I want to be able to use ray tracing in Cyberpunk and get over 60 FPS in games like Horizon Zero Dawn on max settings at 1080p. Would you wait for the 3070 or get the 3060 in the same Strix G17? Um, hmm. 3060 or 3070 would probably, at a high TDP, would probably be pretty close to being able to run that, but 3070 is going to be better at ray tracing, I believe. So, single core, multi-core. There we go. Hey, here we go. Here we go. Oh, look, we got a bunch of different i5 10300H benchmarks. So the average of these is 2117. Really? That's pretty good. That's actually better than I thought it was going to be. 2117. And this is going to be not as a specific benchmark for this laptop, but it should be very close. Okay. Score. All right, and then the the GPU should be the exact same GPU performance from this one, right? So the 15T and the 15Z should have the same TDPs. Yo, Gizmo, how do you feel about Alienware? I've enjoyed Alienware laptops that I've owned, um, and I think they're really nice machines overall. Um, they tend to have really high TDP, really high performance. Um, and I really like the Alienware M15 R4 and R5 because it has advanced Optimus right now. So I think it's worth taking a look at if you're looking for a laptop right now. It's one of my top picks at the moment, especially if you can get it on any kind of a sale or deal. I think it's really good. Okay, Dell G15. I don't think anyone has this laptop yet either. Original of the creator, Jared's Tech got a Legion sample from Lenovo. Any luck trying to get one from them? I don't have access to Lenovo. Maybe I can ask Jared if he can connect me. But I don't have a good contact there. I want to know some laptops with the best thermals that stay decently cool. The Asus laptops this year with liquid metal are some of the best, like the Strix G17 and the Scar series. Really, really good thermals this year. Okay, Dell G15. We're on the prowl for a 3060. This one was just announced. I don't think anyone even has it yet, right? So, like, right now, if you were to buy this, it would come in May. So I don't think we're gonna find anyone, but I can search, I guess. Do a quick search. 60. Yeah, this thing's too new to expect to be able to see any kind of real data on it. All right. And then we have the Ryzen. So this one's one we're gonna fill in when I get done with my review or as I test this better, test this more. But it should be close to 5,000 if everything's working properly. I need some better notification on this live videos. You do, I usually miss or show up late. The best thing you can do is the YouTube live notifications. I don't know what else. Um, oh, there's also the Discord. By the way, guys, there's a Discord for my channel. I think it's linked in the video description. Let me check. Yes, it is. So you can check out the Discord link if you'd like. I usually ping the Discord. Speaking of which, I should probably ping the Discord right now because I went live and I forgot to mention that I went live. Let's see here. Look at that, 55 likes. Very nice. Have you tried Linux? I have not. I'm not a Linux person. Let's see here. Oh, looks like it already pinged everyone in the Discord. So Discord's another way for you to get notified. Okay, next up. Strix G15. This one we should be able to find. I think. Maybe. Probably a lot of 3070 versions of this laptop that went out, and I realized we needed 3060. Like Ryzen 9 5900HX and a 3070. Strix G15, yeah, exactly. What laptop I'm using right now, this is the Scar 15 right here with a Ryzen 9 5900HX and a RTX 3080. Okay. And it says Timespy. Timespy graphics, there it is. 10,148. Interesting. See, I don't know what they did to get those numbers, so it's a bit tricky. Like, is that in the turbofan profile? Or not? And we can get the Cinebench number for this too while we're at it. Come here. Come here, Cinebench. Where are you? Maybe we can. Yeah, we can. Okay. 5,045. Cinebench Timespy. Nice tuber. What? Tuber. Oh, Asus is restocking sometimes this week, next week, in the week of May 10th for the QHD 3060 or 3080 Scar 17. Just a tip. Nice. If I have a script running the page so I don't miss it, if I do, I might as well wait for the Legion 7. Gotcha. Hey, I managed to score an ROG Duo SE with a 3070 about to run Timespy. Do you want those numbers? Sure, as long as you get run everything on max performance, Daniel. So set it to manual with default overclock and high TDP on the CPU. That'd be great. Okay. See, my guess is this was ran on like the lower performance profile or something, because it should be a little higher than that. Do do do. Okay, so we got 10,809. 10,809. Cinebench R20 through R20. Go back. 5,201. Very nice, very nice. Isn't turbo sometimes better? I heard you don't get dynamic boost on manual. Sometimes, Daniel, it can be that way. It depends on the laptop. You get dynamic boost on my Strix G17 and my Scar 15 when you set it to manual. So it just depends. Okay. Strix G15 3060 and a Ryzen 7 5800H. Do you guys have this number right here? I mean, it should be like right around 5,100, 5,000 something. A little bit over 5,000. Let's see here. Okay. So Timespy 3060. I think Reddit may be our best source for a lot of this information. Where would you place the Strix G15 in your 3060 lineups compared to Zephyrus G15 and others? A little bit higher, Jeff, because it's got a higher TDP. Does the boost mean it can stay at 130 or just for a while? So, Julian, the way it works with dynamic boost is if you're at 100, so with dynamic boost, you have your base boost, like your base amount, your base wattage, and then you have your boost wattage. And most laptops can go up about 10 to 15 more watts with the boost. And so the base wattage is what you can hit no matter what. You can hit that consistently. And then when the CPU does not need very much wattage, you can drop, when the CPU wattage is low, the GPU wattage will automatically go up to whatever the boost is. So basically, as your CPU is not utilized, it will utilize the GPU more heavily and give better performance. Is a mux switch that big of a deal? Yeah, Julian, I think it is for esports games, especially at 1080p. Less of a big deal at QHD. Numbers out of the laptop, Daniel, is what you want ideally. Don't bypass Optimus if you can help it. At least for these numbers. Okay, so we still haven't found a 3060 Timespy score yet. But it should be like the same as this, right around 8,900. So I'm gonna put an estimated 8,900. because it should, that's the same wattage GPU, 115 to 130 watts from the Legion 5 Pro. And that's what it got right here. Okay. It should be 115 to 130 watt for these. At least I'm pretty sure. It should be the same as the, I mean, I wouldn't think they would change it from this 3070 version, but I suppose they could. It's getting 4K on Cinebench R20 for an M15 R4 3080 good. I got 4300 with some tweaking. Nice. JS Rada, that's pretty good for an Intel CPU. Yeah. That's really good for an Intel CPU. Most of these are gonna only get like 3300. 3300 to 3500 for most of those 10870Hs. Okay. Estimated. I'm gonna put estimated values for some of these that should be very, very close, like within a few, like 100 to 200 points off. And then if I find better links, I will use them. I guess I could probably find a better link for this. Ryzen 7 5800H. Yeah, it's something like this. Well, I would guess around 5,000. Okay, do we have any real values for this yet? 15 RTX 3060 Timespy. Oh. Oh, that's last year's. Dang. Just waiting on my Scar 17 that's on back order, almost 1 month waiting. Yeah, you're probably gonna have to wait longer than that, even going forward. Hopefully you get it soon, man. Good luck waiting. Hello, I need a new laptop for ML. I don't know what ML is. Would you go with the GS66 3070 or the GE66 3080? I would go GE66 if it was me, because you get a lot more performance. Higher TDP. It's just thicker, so you just have to deal with more weight. Kevin with the dead eye face. Machine learning. Okay, gotcha, Tiger. Yeah, I would go with the GE66. It's worth it unless you need to constantly move it around every like permanently moving it around basically. RP15. I've had it for 2 weeks. Absolutely love it. Okay. Yes, it's the 3060. Nice. Okay. Cool. Let's see here. Do we have a time spy in this thread? The guy doesn't want to run time spy. No. No, he didn't run time spy. Come on, man. Let's see here. That's 10 months ago. Oh no. How do you feel about the GE76 Raider 3070? Um, Alex Brooks is not a bad choice at all. I think it's just a bit more money than a couple of the other options that are pretty attractive. But it's a nice overall build, and uh, I've got the GE76 actually in a box out there. I'm going to be doing a live unboxing and testing of it soon. MSI sent it over. I don't know that this is going to do much for me. Which laptop do I personally use? I use the Scar 15 with the Ryzen 9 5900HX and RTX 3080. It's the one I did the review on. Would you choose the Alienware M15 R4 or the GE66? I would go with the Alienware M15 R4 with Advanced Optimus if it was my money between those two. But those are both absolutely excellent laptops, and I think you would be super happy with either one. This looks promising. Ooh, ooh, oh, we gotta watch another ad. Alienware M15 R4 is the best. I don't know if it's the best. It's one of the best ones. Let's see here. Can I get this guy to not cover half the screen, cover the score? I need to see the score. Oh, it flashed the score for a millisecond. There it is, 8710. 8710 for the RP right here. 8710. Okay, and for our Cinebench score, I don't know if he's going to have that, but let's go ahead and put this value in here. Timespy. So this is the 4800H. Looks like all gaming benchmarks for the latter half. Hey, there's Cinebench, looks like. That's R15. R20, 4549. 4549. All right, and this is now Timespy and Cinebench. Basically, Alienware is a hot metal brick with unchangeable RAM. MSI is, well, plastic hell. What? What are you talking about, man? The MSI GE76 is an all metal build. But the Alienware and the MSI can both run pretty hot. That's going to depend a lot on how you tune it, what fan profiles you run it on, and everything. Am I getting the Razer Blade 15? No, I currently don't have any of the Razer Blade 15s coming in. Daniel, did you give me some results here? Do you have a similar spreadsheet for PCs? I do not have a similar spreadsheet for PCs. I'm focusing just on reviewing laptops mainly. Okay, so there's your results. Daniel says he got 10,942 on the GPU. Okay, so is that with Timespy, Daniel? So that was the Zephyrus Duo 3070, 10,942. And then, what about Cinebench R20? Daniel Barakat got tested Timespy and Cinebench R20 for me. Live stream. I've never ran Cinebench LOL. Okay, so all you have to do, Daniel, is just go to just download it. It's a free application from Maxon, and then you can just run it. So, any recommended laptops? Planning on buying a Scar 17 this year. JDG. This is my sheet where I break down all the laptops currently available for RTX 3000 at least. And my top recommended are going to be either the bolded items or the ones up here. So, yeah. I like the Razer design, but the keyboard sucks. Yeah. Yeah, the keyboard is not ideal on the Razer laptops without a doubt. Okay. Acer Predator Triton. On to the Acer Predator Triton. Here we go. i7-10 375H Cinebench R20. Is this? I should probably just search for RTX 3060. See if we can find a Timespy result first, and then go for Cinebench. Looks like a couple of magazines reviewed this. Maybe these magazine reviews will have our info that we need. No Cinebench. Is there Timespy? Oh, no Timespy. Is there benchmarks anywhere? Come on, IGN. Give us the raw numbers, please. PC Mark. Hey, he gave a couple. Hey, there we go. Triton, SE, Timespy. I don't know if this is the graphics score or the regular score. Sad face. It's probably they probably just use the combined score. They don't know better, so I can't use this. All right, PC Mag, what you got for me? You got my numbers for me, PC Mag. Cinebench R15. Hey, that's on R20 though. Do they have Timespy? 3D graphics tests. Fire Strike. I don't see. We got nothing. Nothing, I tell you. Wow, the Acer Predator Triton 300 has a number of reviews from magazines, 3 of them. And yet Acer doesn't want to send me one. What the heck? Is the Creator 15 with 3070 a good buy for 3D modeling? Well, that's the MSI Creator 15. I haven't taken a hard look at it. I wouldn't probably. I think it's pretty similar to the GS66. So probably not my top recommended. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Hey, again, they did not. Hey, so sad. They didn't differentiate whether it's the graphics score or the combined score again, because the combined score does not represent the graphics card performance at all. It's the graphics score of the Timespy test. Origins built my replacement laptop wrong 3 times. Ouch. That's too bad. I'm sad to hear that, Aaron. Hopefully you find something that hope you find something that meets your needs and doesn't have issues like that. Okay, I can't find anything, so we're gonna use the Tough Dash's performance of estimating 2650 for the CPU. The GPU, we don't know, but is probably pretty close to the Tough Dash. Wait, yeah, no, probably a little less than that. I'm gonna go estimated 68. It's probably closer to the Zephyrus. I'm gonna go estimated 6800. Um, and I'm gonna put in the notes that I'm doing those estimates on Asus Tough Dash F15 and Zephyrus G14 performance. Not find good benchmarks. Oh yeah, I gotta put Cinebench Timespy estimates based on, okay. How long does the M17 R4 last in its best battery saver mode? Julian, it's going to depend on which model you get because some of those models are going to have come with GPU switching, and some of the models are going to be direct connection to the display with no GPU switching. If you get a direct connection one, that means one of the laptops that have more than 300 hertz. Well, so there's this is this is so convoluted now. So for all the Alienware M15 R4, okay, if you get over 300 hertz or 360 hertz on the display, it's going to be a direct connection only. Therefore, you're going to have really bad battery life. The Alien M15 R5, that one has a 360 hertz display and advanced Optimus, so you're going to get GPU switching and a high refresh rate display on that model. So it's going to depend on which one you get. But in general, I would recommend not going for a 300 or 360 hertz display unless you don't plan on using battery life, because you're not going to be able to get very good battery life in those modes. Gigabyte A7. So for this one, again, we're gonna have no one's gonna have gotten this one, just like the A5. 3060, we don't know exactly what it is, but it should be like 80. Let's see here. What did Ace? We didn't put. We did question marks for the A5. I think doing estimates is probably the best thing I can do to give people a rough guide on what should be roughly, unless it's just too much of a question mark. Because the CPU is easier to predict because we have known benchmarks. The GPU is harder to predict because we don't have rock solid the benchmarks. So for Cinebench, I got 5402. Ooh, really? Cinebench R20 5402? That's the highest one I've seen yet, Daniel. If that's can you run it, Daniel? Can you also run it a few times and see if you get what you get consistently in like a series of like 5 runs in a row, like what you average? That's what I usually do. I'll wait to register that value until a little bit here. So the highest I've seen so far is like 5250 or so. Okay, Acer Predator Helios 300. 3060. Do do. So this is the 2060, but if it has the same processor, Then that should be pretty representative of the CPU performance, because that's not going to change. Do performance, let's just jump out of the performance section. Is the 2021 ROG G14 a dog? No. I can definitively say it's not a dog. It's a laptop. i7-10 750H hex core. Cool, so that's correct. So it's the 15. We want R20. 3098. 3098. And then for Timespy, yes. And then for Timespy, we're looking at 5552, Daniel. Are you kidding me? That's crazy. Oh no. I'm really willing to wait. Okay. All right. So let's see here. This is gonna be so the Predator Helios 3000 is gonna be another one of the ones that is gonna be like really hard to get a number for, because very few people will have found, will have gotten one. Wattage. It's not released yet. I just ordered one, being shipped to me right now. This says 100 watts. Let's see. Go up. Okay, there it is. This says 100 watts. Um, that's good to know. We just put 100 watts question mark, and then so a 100 watt 3060 is getting around 8,200 estimated. Let's buy based on other 100 watt laptops. Cinebench R20 was found here. Boom. Cool. Does the Omen 15 have a mux switch? The Intel version has a mux switch. The Ryzen version does not have a mux switch. Omen 15Z. Ken says Best Buy is going the direction of Fry's Electronics in available gaming laptops. The chicken wire is next. I don't understand. What do you mean? How did Fry's go which way, and how did Best Buy follow it? I feel like Best Buy has a lot different model than Fry's did, because Best Buy is a lot more online order friendly. I have a much better online store and a better return policy. Is it worth getting the Best Buy guarantee for the Asus Scar series? So I would in general get if you can, I would recommend getting the black tie protection plan on any of the big tech you buy from Best Buy. I do recommend it because I've used that warranty to get my stuff fixed more than once, like 3 or 4 times, and it's just a hassle-free fixing experience. And so I really, really like that. Okay, so that's question mark still. I'm gonna go back and update that. Omen 15Z. Omen 15Z. We're looking at, oh, you know what I can probably do? This will probably help the viewing experience for you guys. I can make the text a little bit bigger. Okay, hopefully that doesn't mess up the stream or anything. This will make it easier for you guys to read what I'm typing. Omen 15Z, RTX 3070, Timespy. Asus Scar 15 R7 5800 RTX 3070, my laptop, got Cinebench R20 of 535 single and 4598 on multi. Gato, is that with manual mode and with the sliders all the way over to the right, or at least manual for the CPU at least, is the CPU sliders all the way over, or is that on turbo mode, or which mode is that? Um, and then so Timespy you got 10,398 on the GPU. Hey, that's pretty good. It's a little bit better than this. Oh man, this is gonna make using this a little bit harder because it's so big now. I can't see it as much. Okay, so that's the Scar 15 with an RTX Scar 15 5800H. This one right here. Okay. And what did you get? That price is not correct. So you got 45.98. Let me know what you had on that, and we can update that if we need to. 10,398. Okay, and then we can do Cinebench R20 Timespy tested by Gato Paint in during live stream. Shkabam. Okay. Wish I could see. I think this is supposed to be like 2000, isn't it? Like 1999 or something like that, or like 2100. I think it's supposed to be 2099. Oh, it's because it's overpriced. Ah, right. They're scalping this. Okay, that's what's going on. And my assistant person for increased price. I need to clarify to them not change that price. Okay. I gotta say, oh, okay, I gotta say my overclock. My laptop didn't like the overclock alarm it created. It gave me artifacts with the memory overclock. Okay, so don't overclock the GPU, Gato. Just do the CPU. Okay. Hey, I'm in the database, baby. 1999 is the price, Gato. Is that right, or is it 21? Is it 2099? I can't remember. It's either 1999 or 29. I think it might be 1999 for this one. But it's a big. Geez, the Amazon listing is just such a big markup. 21.99? Because I thought it was 20.99. I don't know what it is. Let me know, Gato, what you ordered that for. It was $21.99. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for the benchmarks. All right, continuing on. What do we got here? Omen 15Z 5800H. So we need to find the 30, 70, 100 watt. Timespy. Cool. 9102. 9102. Okay, and we can link to here. Timespy found there. Cool. What's up, Tenmei? Alienware probably running low on stock. I can't post a link too big. Can you search for it on the Asus site? Okay, gotcha. Do you have the G15 with the 5800H and 3060? Or the G17? No, I had the 5900HX with the RTX 3070 is the one I reviewed. This is the Scar 15 with the 3080. Okay. Tough Dash F15. So this is going to be the same CPU score from back here. Same chassis, same CPU. And then we've got the 3070 version. Okay. So I know there's some YouTubers that have reviewed this, but we can probably find a quick. Eh, eh. Doesn't like us. Okay. Here we go. Timespy. Graphics score is 8156. 8156. And so Cinebench R20. My live unboxing. Timespy found here. Oh, I lost it. Gotta make sure it goes into the right spot. And we can do a copy over from here. Oh wait, this came in stock? Oh, I forgot to update that. Oops. Let's open this up and see. That should be the correct one. Yep. Okay. Everyone having a decent laptop except me dreaming for 5 years. Sad face. Keep saving up, man. You'll be able to do it. Just gotta keep saving up and then find yourself a laptop you really want to get and then start watching those listings. Flow X13. Oh yeah. We also need to copy this here. Boom. All right, now. So Flow X13, we should be able to find that. Hmm. 1149. Okay, so this is new. Newly in stock. I forgot to add this from this morning. And then the Gigabyte G5. Did that go up in price? I got my notification saying it's now 1249. I hope that's not the case. All right, so $1,500. Best Buy Asus Tough Dash. Let's see if this is still in stock. It is, okay. So it looks like the Tough Dashes came into stock today. They've been out of stock for a little while. Okay. How heavy is the Scar 15? It's like 5 pounds, Siddharth, like 5.1 pounds. Have you seen the Alienware M15 R4 on sale? Yeah, it's been on sale. The Hobbit, it's been on sale on and off, and I had it on my sales chart for like 2 weeks because it's been on sale. But then I'm like, it's just sitting at this price. It's not going up and down. So I'm like, this isn't really a sale. It's just like the standard price now. Sam Rayhan, so I will benchmark that M15 R5 as soon as I can, but it's not out yet. I've ordered one. It's coming in the mail, but it's just a matter of time before it gets in. What's the best laptop for editing purposes or heavy applications like Adobe? So you want a really good CPU, probably a Ryzen 5000 for things like Adobe and editing, though some applications work really well with Intel laptops, CPUs still. So either way, ideally you want a high TDP Intel or Ryzen processor. Probably a Ryzen 5000 though. I just ran Cinebench R20 on my G15 with a 3070 and got 5120. Is that a Zephyrus G15 or a Strix G15? People got to specify that when they say the name. All right, so Flow X13. Here we go. Flow X13. In a bench R20. Cool. This one's been reviewed a lot. Cinebench R20 multi-score. Wow, 4953. That is crazy good. For something that weighs like 3 pounds. The Timespy score, though, is not going to be crazy good. Because it's a GTX 1650. Unless, of course, you hook it up to the external GPU. CloudGate. Fire Strikes. They did not do Timespy. Sad face. I guess I need to save this link. All right, and then the Alienware R4 3080. How good is the cooling solution? I'm stuck between an MSI GE66 and the Scar 15 and the Alienware. So I think you're meant to say the Alienware. I would say it's going to be really good, Romanizer. It's the highest TDP. The Alienware M15 R4 is the highest TDP laptop you can buy. So I'm pretty sure own and disown is probably Own or disown. It's probably the best review for this one. Oh, but he didn't get the. That's right. He did not get the power brick with it, I don't think. Cinebench. Do you have R20 too? Oh, we already had we already have the Cinebench. We need Timespy. Come on, Steven. Give it to us. Give us the goods. Maybe here. I'll have to watch an ad again. Mobile Tech Review did a review of both and got a higher score on the MSI. I just bought 2 Alienware M15 R4s. Nice. Did you use my link? You don't have to, but it'd be really cool if you did. Help support my channel. But Lone Wolf is got the moolah to be able to order 2 of those things. Dang. I am not seeing any Time Spy here. Hey, look, there's my comment. Oh, maybe back here. Probably not. Okay. I just gotta search for it. Do. My Flow X13 came in yesterday. That's the one I want. Are there still any 17-inch laptops with a 2.5-inch HD bay included? Um, there's gonna be some of them, Sheldon. Really thick ones are gonna have it. Here we go, 10,700. Hey. Wait, oh, okay. So this is with the upgraded 3080 for the Flow X13. Nope. Actually, Dave TD might actually have the value in his review, though he doesn't really bench much in his reviews. Is there a big difference between the Core i9-10980 and the Core i7-10870H? Yeah, there's a noticeable difference between those two, but it's just gonna depend on what you're talking. It's not a massive difference. If you have a high, basically between those two, it's going to come down much more. What's going to matter a lot more is what the TDP is, because you might actually have a 10870H outperform the i9-10980H in productivity tasks and stuff like that if the i7 is a much higher TDP. Okay, what are we looking at? We're looking for. We're going to put this link in here. That's right. Boom. GPU. Okay. Timespy here. Oh, and maybe we got a Cinebench here too. Wow. Ha. This thing got 12,625. Bypassing Optimus. That is actually kind of crazy. Because of TDP limitations, I'm never confident of buying the 3080 version laptop. Diminishing returns feels way too high compared to a 3070. Yeah, if you're getting a lower TDP 3080 for sure, that's definitely the case. But wouldn't the Alienware thermal throttle? I know those computers were bad cooling. That's where I'm stuck. No, I don't think the Alienware is going to thermal throttle. Not on the GPU at all. None of my Alienwares have ever thermal throttled on the GPU. But the CPU maybe, because the CPU is an Intel one that's pushing maximum TDP. But that's if it's a Intel CPU, you're going to be able to just set the TDP to be whatever you want it to be. So, man, that Flow X13 is looking more and more attractive. Look at that. That is 12,600 Timespy score through an external monitor. I'm gonna do 12,000. What was it again? 12,625. Is the Omen 15 RTX 3060 100 TDP wattage? It's exactly 100 TDP, Noob Ninja. At least it boosts to 100 watts. I'm not sure what the base wattage is. Okay, so I'm trying to find the Timespy score for this Flow X13. GTX 1650. Geekbench. Wait, I think didn't Jared test this with the base? I think Jared tested this with the base. Dude, Daniel with the $4 super chat. Thank you, man. Much appreciated. Flow 13. I think this is without the external GPU. Yeah, no problem, Daniel. He says, Daniel says, yeah, man, thanks for all you do. Appreciate it. Okay. Screen response time, conclusion. Do. Laptop specs, dynamic boost, software settings, screen options, testing performance video. So I think he did test this with the 1650. I don't see the do not see Timespy anywhere in there. Sad day, cannot find this value for the Flow X13. Maybe it's in here. To me, the Scar 15 is the nicest laptop looking I've ever seen, but I spent a lot, so I might just be justifying my purchase in my own head. LOL. Yeah, no, I really like the Scar 15 too. I think it looks great, though it's also my laptop, so maybe I'm biased as well. Okay. Cost per value. I'm trying really hard here to find this. If I can't find it, we'll just have to. Oh, hey, maybe he'll have it here. This looks very promising. V-Ray, Blender, Premiere. Come on, DaVinci. Do you have Timespy for me? Come on. Oh, goodness. Looks like we're not gonna find it. LOL. Well, we tried for the Flow X13. Let's just, I guess we're just gonna do an estimate for that till maybe. I feel like I should be able to find it if I just keep looking for it. Ooh, 34.90. That sounds about right. 34.99. Okay. All right. Can Ryzen laptops be connected to an eGPU in the future? They don't have Thunderbolt. Only seen the Flow X13 having eGPU support. Sam Rayhan, very limited external GPU support for sure. Um, there may be more laptops in the future that have it, but $34.99. I mean, it says $34.99. That's probably the combined score though, so yeah, look at these points. Look at these scores. 12,400 for the Timespy graphics score. That's so good. But that's with the eGPU. All right. Cinebench here, Timespy here. Okay. I got a Timespy score on my Scar 15 with Optimus bypass of 10,444, 10,772. Improved a little bit, yeah. Yeah, it doesn't improve very much, just a little bit for some. Just depends. Okay. GTX 1650 Timespy laptop. Should be able to find some examples here. Give me a nice range of what they can get. So there, 3,500 makes a lot of sense. 3,400, 3,500. Yeah, so 3,400 probably is about right. Okay, cool. Well, we got that finally. All right, Zephyrus G14. I did this one myself. Hooray. I got a Timespy score on my Scar 15 with Optimus bypass of 10. Okay. The Alienware M15 R4 at Best Buy. One could probably make a grilled cheese sandwich on the thing. Is it that bad? Come on, is it that bad? It's pretty bad. It can get the chassis can get pretty dang warm. I'm not gonna lie. But at least by the wrist rest and WASD keys, it doesn't get that bad, right? All right. So for our time spy score, we got 7465. 7465. And for our Cinebench score, we got 4961. All right, very nice. And now we can, oh, we haven't linked to the review yet either on here. So sweet. We're getting a lot of good info put into this sheet in this whole experience, this whole process. I'm hoping next year or in the future we see a Thunderbolt 4 support on AMD laptops. Yeah, I think we'll see that. I think we will see that because it's not an Intel specific technology, Thunderbolt 4. Or I think what we'll see is USB. Think I think it's going to be the new USB-C will be exactly identical to Thunderbolt 4 and Thunderbolt 3 for like high performance Thunderbolt 3, and therefore USB things like USB-C 4 or something like that. That's gonna be easily compatible with AMD with no price hikes, and I think that's where we might see some eGPU support. Close the lid on that Alienware M15 R4 and make some Alienware keyboard waffles. USB 4, yeah, I think that's what I'm thinking. Okay, next up we have the MSI Stealth M15M. 3060. Timespy. Uber Gizmo. Do. I'm not seeing any real benchmarks here. Kind of sucks. Hopefully it's called USB 4 and not USB 3.3. I hope more mux switch options next year. Come on, Asus. Yeah, yeah. I hope Asus. What I hope is that we just jump straight to Advanced Optimus, honestly, on a lot of the laptops, because we'll get even better overall performance, I think. And flexibility and ease of use and all of that. If we can get Advanced Optimus working really well, no bugs, and yeah. So 6294 is what it says. It's probably a bit more than that though. That's probably the combined score again. So I'm pretty sure we can do an estimated of 6800. All right, and then we've also got an estimated. It's the exact same processor as the Tough Dash. So 2667. Estimated Timespy and Cinebench based on similar laptops. Not find accurate numbers. Okay. Uber Gizmo is like when Brandon drinks an energy drink. LOL. Is the Legion 7 hidden problem fixed now? I don't know. I I feel like I've seen a couple of instances on Reddit where people's Legion laptops from 2021 broke, but I don't want to say that for sure. So I need to make sure. So I think it's important though just to recognize that certain Legion laptops have had their hinge break, whether it's in 2019, 2020, or 2021. I hope Lenovo has improved that. They probably have. So see if we can get a Timespy score for this. Hey, we got a Timespy score. What did we get? What did we get? 8,048. Cool. And we can link to here. Timespy score. So yeah, basically, I think I'm gonna do like 3 or 4 more, and then I'm gonna end this session because it's getting pretty long, um, and it's not gonna go anywhere time. It's not gonna end anytime soon because I've got a lot of these to go through. Look at all these. I've got another 75 or so more to go through at least. Let's see here, 97 to 168. Yeah, so like 75 more. And so I'll end the stream and work on this off stream as well. But basically, the important thing to know is that if you're looking for Cinebench and times by numbers for any of these laptops, I'm going to try to put them in the sheet in a centralized location. And I'm also going to try to quote the source on where I got that number over in the notes column. So that's the most important thing. So let's finish up this Aorus 15G and we'll just end it right now. Do you guys have any last second questions? Feel free to ask them before the stream ends here. So Aorus 15G, right here, we should be able to get a Cinebench number. Cinebench right here. Cool. Asus TUF F15 3070 versus the Strix Ryzen 9 3060. You're going to get more performance with the 3060, Priya. Are you doing Razer laptops at some point, or maybe they're already on their way? So Fritz Gaviro, I want to do some Razer laptops. I'm just waiting really for the Intel 11th gen to be launched because I don't really want to review the 10th gen ones when the 11th gen ones are just around the corner. Know what I mean? Because it would kind of feel a little wasteful, you know? So 4050, huh? That's actually a really good score for Cinebench. Um, okay. Aorus 15G. Since I have this right here, we'll do that there, we'll do that there. And also the Aorus 15G should be the same for all of the Aorus 15Gs. Cool. All right, guys. So answering any questions here at the last second, and then we're gonna end it. So Fritz Guevara, I'm keeping a close watch on your channel now because of the fact that you detail max GPU power on the GPU only task versus dual load compared to other reviews. Yeah, Fritz, I think that's really helpful for people. That's why I started doing it because it's like, some games can use the maximum power and some games can't, right? So that's a big difference. And then in terms of in terms of the CPU too, because the CPU, your solo power versus your combined dual load power makes a big difference. All right, Matteo asks, which laptop would perform better, the 3060-F15 or the Legion 5 1660 Ti? The Dash F15 3060 should definitely perform better all around, except maybe some CPU bound games. I'm not sure what processor that Legion 5 comes with. But yeah. Is it true that some captured aliens from Area 51 Roswell detention camp that they actually captured them? I think is what you're asking. Oh, made the first Alienware. Oh, yeah, Ken. And that their goal was to make a waffle maker. That was their goal. Okay. Okay. Is there a best laptop recommendation right now, Aaron? Aaron, what's your price point? I think that's the key thing there, because depending on your price point, um, it's going to vary a lot. In general, if you were to be able to buy something right now, I would probably recommend the Alienware M15 R5 and R4 with the Advanced Optimus. That'd probably be my top recommendation for around the $1,500 to $1,800 price point, because those are currently in stock, easily purchasable, high TDP, and you get a Advanced Optimus with it. So that's like a combination. Aaron, so if you've got maximum budget, highest possible budget, um, probably like either the Alienware M17, but the thing is probably Alienware M17 doesn't have Advanced Optimus. Only the M15 has that, so it's kind of a bummer. You've got the Razer Blade 15 with the QHD 240 hertz, really nice screen with Advanced Optimus. So if you really want Advanced Optimus, there's only a handful of options out there. If you want to be able to order something in the near future, you're gonna probably want to go for the GE76 or the Alienware M17 R4, but the M17 R4 is not going to have good battery life unless you get the Optimus version, and then because you can't turn that off. So the nice thing about the GE76 is that you do have a mux switch, so you can switch between the two. So like it's kind of like if you're going for the most possible performance right now in a moderately thin chassis, these are the two best options. If you don't really care about how thick or thin your performance of the machine is, then going for something like this exotic right here, this desktop processor. We don't know what the TDP of this is though. It's probably 150 watt. Um, but um, but yeah, so this would be another option if you're wanting to drop the big bucks. But if I had the money, if I had that money and you wanted like the coolest option, I would go try to get this MSI GE66 Dragon Tiamat. That would be pretty sweet. Um, yeah, I mean, in terms of what you can actually order right now, in terms of what you can order right now and get very quickly, the Alienware M17 R4 is probably your best immediate order. Like if you wanted to order it today, that would be my recommendation. Okay. How cool? Oh, Ken, you got shut down by Nightbot. You said how cool was the G7, I think? Um, yeah. So Fritz Cavero, curious about how the Razors perform. I think they undervolt out of the box since it's 2020. Curious about 2021. Um, the only downside to the Razors is they have lower total TDPs. They do have mux switches in them, which is really nice. So you get nice performance gains there. Excellent build quality in the Razer. Really good quality displays. That I think that's kind of sums it up. Lower TDP, lower performance, high price tag, high premium features for the Razors. So yeah, I mean, like in terms of like what you can actually order now, there's just all the other top options are sold out. Like if you could just order anything, I would say the Zephyrus Duo is an incredible deal, like are incredibly good. And then the Flow X13 is also an incredibly good option if you want something really versatile. But yeah, two most powerful laptops you can buy right now would be the GE76 or the Alienware M17 in terms of raw GPU performance. Yeah. Okay. So that's it for the stream, guys. I'm gonna end it here so I can spend some time with Carla, hang out and watch something or do something cool. I hope you guys found the stream helpful and useful. If you did, slap a like. And if you want to see more of my content in the future, hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell. So that's it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Brandon out.